G'day guys, coming to you live at the end of the whippersnipper here. We're trialling out this GoPro, it's doing alright. Sorry for the voice, been a bit under the weather this week. What I wanted to discuss, and the question I have for you, was why did you start your business? What shifted in your mindset to go for it? And what changed in your lifestyle, or what did you want to change in your lifestyle that finally was that last nail in the coffin to go, you know what, I could do better on my own. There's been a long time between drinks in regards to a video similar to this, but I feel it's necessary. There's a lot of big changes happening, and whenever there's big changes happening in the business, I reevaluate as my reasons as to why I want to grow it to another level, why I started the business in the first place, and how can I make it even more profitable but still being beneficial for my clients and for myself, because I do enjoy the relationship that you build. I don't want to treat everyone as a number. We're getting to a stage now that it is manageable but also greatly profitable. But if I continue down this path of potentially franchising out, potentially adding more employees and growing it to a company culture rather than just a solo entrepreneur trying to do his best, I'm really reevaluating everything that we're doing and why we're doing it. Reasons as to why I think it worked for us, because I get this question a lot, and a lot of people have the same work ethic, potential. Knowledge really isn't a major thing. Intelligence, IQ, has nothing to do with it. It has to do with passion, a never say die attitude, always getting up when you get knocked down. And you need to understand, if you're not putting yourself up against a wall where you have to just fight your way out of it, you can't just dabble in something. A lot of people think, I'll just give it a little, like I treat it as a side hustle. I'll dip my toes in the water type thing instead of, it's a good analogy because we've been jumping into the pool lately, and it's not about dipping your toes in, you just got to jump in and get in there because it's freezing cold this time of year. But it's something I've noticed is the only standout common denominator between successful and unsuccessful businesses is they don't give themselves that, it's not even a chance, it's they don't fully believe in the idea enough to risk it all. And we did. I can't recall ever talking about the financial side of it, but having only, it was $600 we had in our bank account when I quit. It was a plumbing job up here. We made the move, we risked it all. We had to change due to family circumstances. Things didn't work out the way we wanted, so we moved away, got it all sorted, got the family to a position that we were at least surviving. And we got there, realised surviving wasn't good enough. We wanted to live. Wasn't just going to be one of those living work like week to week type income families. Again, not that there's anything wrong with that, it just wasn't suiting what we wanted for our lifestyle and our kids. Saw it growing up when I was growing up, obviously, and didn't want that for my own kids. I didn't want to miss out on that relationship, those camping trips, those fishing trips. It all could have happened, and it can now with our kids. So it's a big plus, big benefit when we did risk it all to have that amount of money. Reinvested that $600 into 2 toolboxes, and I had an old Honda mower, a bend shaft, whippersnipper, and a blower, maybe a rake, maybe a broom. And then to build it to what it is, I may even show you those pieces of equipment. The blower I can't, that's with a worker we've still got with us, Max. He's got the blower now, so I've passed the torch on to him for that little blower, but I couldn't let go of the mower. And the bend shaft whippersnipper is just a good little memento that feels weird to use now. It feels like a toy compared to these powerful machines, but it worked to begin the business with, and it was always my passion, always my intention to run this business as a lawn mowing business. So that's where the origin stories come from, and that's what we're up against when everyone thinks it's you got to have capital behind you, got to have at least 10k. Like, you can have all that. That's a good bonus. That's a good buffer to have there, but we just simply didn't have it. It was all on us. There was no family help. There was no family handouts financially or physically helping with kids or anything like that. It was simply getting it done the best we knew how to do, and believing in our business model, which at the time is nothing like what it is now. And I've adapted and changed and evolved quickly, but simply we needed to get our foot in the door. I needed to hit a certain target to get us into our own thing. Did that right for a week. The following week it rained all week, so we're down to pretty much like square one again. The following week went back down the Central Coast where we used to live, reassessed, remarketed, come up with some ideas when I was down there, come back home. Got one call while I was down the coast, just tracked back there a bit. It was a painting job. It was like a $700 job. So beauty, like at least covers us for the following week. And then from there, it was hit the ground running, and daily, every single day without fail. Now, the reason why it's rehashed all this is because I've met a, which is now going to be a client. She was an NDIS provider, and she may be watching this video, so g'day. I won't mention any names. It was amazing to finally meet someone, and the level of support that she has shown the business and myself. Yeah, it's very humbling, and it doesn't need to be family members to get this emotion and acknowledgement. I get that a lot through clientele and for our family, and so going forward, that's what it's about for us, creating relationships like that. And that's what it's all about, and that's what this should always be your focus, in my opinion, is this feeling that you get day in, day out. And people don't emote it enough, people don't talk about it enough, and to be honest, I don't care about masculinity. I know who I am, I know what I'm capable of doing, and I know what I'm going to achieve. Like me or not, I'm going to achieve it with or without your help. So you need to be stubborn in a way that you know who you are, and don't shift your belief based on others' opinions, based on other people saying you changed, you're different now, what's happened. None of that matters. It's a whirlwind of emotions, this business, any business. And this is just a little stepping stone. There are going to be other side ventures, of course, because you need multiple streams. Franchises is an option that I just discussed. We've got rentals, we've got investments of stocks and crypto and other things happening. All of that, continuation, compounding effect. See us in 20 years and we'll talk then. Follow along now, learn what you can. I'm not going to be able to tell you everything. Don't expect to. Honestly, I'll never be able to achieve that. What I want to achieve is getting that message across that you can do it on pennies and build it to something that is net profiting 150k a year with 2 workers. So weigh all that up, do what you got to do, but if you don't put yourself in the position where you have to fight for it, you give yourself no choice but to make it work, it'll work. If you give yourself an out or an easy option to get out, well, let's just do a trial, let's just do this to see if it works, it's not going to work. You need to be committed, you need to be focused, and you need to have that long-term goal in mind and figure it out along the way as you're going. The how to do it isn't as important as just starting it. It's a major thing just to take that first step and be proud of that first step. I think I'll leave it there. I'll add some footage maybe of the mowers later in the day of what I did start with, and I've done a video similar to that in the past. But it's a good little origin story. It's not the first, won't be the last. There's plenty of people that have done this before me. I'm no trailblazer. I'm just doing what I know works for me and my family, and our extended family. As many people as we can help going forward. Would love to have as many as we can to just continue this journey. So thank you for all your support, as always, and just go out and do it, eh? Just get it done. Believe in yourself. I believe in you. If I can do it, you can do it. It's very simple. It's all cliche. Who cares? It's so you gotta be politically correct, you gotta be entertaining, you gotta be this, you gotta be that, you can be all these things, but I think just being genuine, like me or not, I don't care. Alright? Just enjoy what you're creating for you and your family, and that's what matters. So thanks for watching. I'm gonna take this off because I don't want to fling and get it with a rock, but get this little bit sorted and get onto some mowing. Might get some footage later. Thanks for watching. Bye. I hope you can see me there. Well, I just tested out the side chute. Dropped it to 3.5 inches, usually at 4 here. Still thick grass up along this edge line, and all through here there's rocks. Where the grass was, just wasn't clearly seen. That little 1/2 inch difference collected this rock, shot it out that side chute, 50 metres that way. So it shows how dangerous, if it picks up a little pebble, how far and fast it'll fling it towards a door, window, person. That's super dangerous. Very lucky there's nothing major here. And the only thing that is a benefit to me is seeing that that side chute definitely clears things out quickly, and it's capable of moving something like that. So good lesson learnt there. Like I always say on this channel, like you're always learning. There's a lesson straight away. Quick check of the blades, make sure everything's good. I don't like to keep going in case there's just a dag, like a bit of metal just hanging. I've got spare blades up there if I need them. It looked like it shot out pretty clean, didn't get jammed, it just flung straight out, so I probably got caught on the furthest blade. If it got caught on the far left one and had to go through all three, that would have been a different story. So I'll check this out and then readjust the camera and you can enjoy this mowing again. Sun's coming out, hopefully it'll stay there for you, get the stripes. There's a good 10mm chunk out of the furthest blade, like I sort of suspected where it would fling from, and just that 10mm chunk, not going to affect anything for the cut quality at the moment. It'll definitely get changed for the following week of work. This type of finish, this type of property, that one blade having that imperfection on it isn't going to affect anything. Quality, it's not going to bring any disease. So it's always worth checking though for safety. Alright, so leave that there as a little memento and we'll readjust this for you. Rightio. You're about to see the difference in cut quality, the difference in striping action that you get, the overall difference of these two mowers. Brad doesn't know it yet, but I'm going to get him to come up here and do that exact same strip. We're double cutting everywhere today. Can't get in the house yard. There's big dogs and they're not friendly to strangers, so we do everywhere out here, and we've got extra brush cutting works to fill the day and around this lovely little creek bed that runs through the property. So we've got plenty to keep us busy here. It'll just be done on the next visit for around the house. But yeah, I'll get him over here now and set it up in the exact same spot, and you'll be able to see the difference in the stripe quality. That's just not doing it justice for what this can look like. It just doesn't provide that same finish, and this isn't even the velocity deck, this is only the advantage. And albeit a smaller mower, it does anything smaller deck, you tend to get a bit of a neater finish, hence like push mowers do provide a crisper finish depending on the lawn type and how often it's mowed and everything else. But smaller the deck just seems to just be a neater finish. Don't know why that works out that way, but I do like the look that SCAG leaves a lot better than what's behind me there, so enjoy. 15% battery left. Now, I'm not sure how them stripes turned out. As he was going up and down, I'm sure you would have noticed the difference. Because he did cut slightly lower, it did shoot out a little spiderweb effect across the lot. If you were to blow that off, you'd get the true indication. Now, this is probably the height we're going to stick with. 3¼ inches is what it truly would have read. It was 3.75 on the SCAG, but measured to the blades, and it's actually 3¼ so. But I think that definitely is an improvement. Even based on that spiderweb effect that you're getting, you can still tell that that does provide a better finish. Reasons as to why, many things, but this scallop at the back of this deck, I'll see if I can get this down and in here. You can see that there, and it gets real narrow down the guts of this, so it's really wide, and then it gets shrunken in the guts and then comes out again. And the way it sort of jams in this center blade with that grass buildup, it really seems to just stockpile in the center. And every now and again, when you're in long thick stuff, even if it's not too long, it's just like this and you're getting rid of old debris, that old debris gets matted straight up and under that middle one before it wants to sort of discharge out the side. That side shoot getting grinded out has helped, which you did notice with the rock if you've been watching this video from the start. See if we can even show you. That's that little chunk. See if we can turn it in there. It's there. They're not too bad really. Very sharp, that little edge on it. And then sharp enough to cut grass, them blades, so nothing impossible. One little gripe I've got again now, recent one. This getting tears in it already. Not the most durable after only, let's see, 189 hours. 189.1. So not loving that that's already fallen apart. This, the flex that happens and occurs on this here, it's too thin. It's just putting too much strain on this. If you're driving along on the highway especially, wind gets in behind, blows and flaps this down, puts pressure on that, flexes this metal. Over time it's done it, and what's happening where it's going into this little grommet, it's not engaging properly, so it's just wanting to pop itself out, even just sitting here, and it'll just want to drop. So when you're driving along and you're up on there, you got to really lean against it, and even still when you're on bumps and you do get sent backwards a little bit, that comes flying back at you. So now that's becoming annoying. So something I'm going to have to look at least bending back into shape for now and trying to brace it somehow myself, and just keep modifying this thing to just keep it like as long as it goes and lasts. It'll just end up being a property mower simply for my own property, because I'm just getting too annoyed with it after seeing what this SCAG is capable of doing, even this 36 inch. It's just dropped there in the background if you heard it. Just seeing what this 36 inch is capable of doing, understanding that there's far better quality out there. And there's nothing against Husqvarna, I do love their equipment, especially their battery hedge trimmers. I'll always have them unless something better comes out. So it's about utilising what we've got, and I'll continue to use it until I can get something better. But other than that, enjoy some more SCAG stripies, and I'll wrap this video up later on, probably back at the shed. I'll go put a battery in this GoPro, and we'll get the footage of the front paddock with both of us going at it, and we should be right. So we'll set that up there and see how we go. Once we do this side, I'll swing it around. We got a little bit around the dam to do. Thanks for watching. So the hope you got me there. The memory card is nearly full. Got plenty of spare batteries now. We I don't think we've packed an extra SD card today, so I might save some footage for the end when we get back to the shed today. I could keep showing you more down the back paddock there. Not sure how much you could see way up the top. Right over the back there, and the bottom hillside dips down and goes again, probably a quarter of what you see here. And then we just got this little bit to tidy up, and then around the car. I'm going to take it a bit lower here. Because I gave Brad a bit of a bum steer there this morning with that SCAG. I meant to say in there we're going to keep it at a higher setting than out here. We just needed to drop it a bit. As you can see across next door, leaves a nice finish. That little bit lower out here on the nature strip, so we'll eventually get this down and regularly maintain where we're not having to leave such great wads of grass everywhere. But you're not bagging up this thing, and we don't offer bagging anyway, and you're definitely not mulching it, burning out more clutches or mowers. So see you back at the shed. Righto, just wrapping the video up. This mower right here is what I was talking about the beginning of the video. It's over 10 years old. That's what I started with. Not self-propelled. Bloody good little mower. That's the bench shaft one there. And what we're doing is running a giveaway very shortly. It's all getting set up for this Adam Pro Edger down the back there. The hammer's in the way. Brad's just cleaning this one up here. Not a cheap unit, not a very light unit either, but solid. Not heavy, but not light. Not as light as battery gear. Just a bit spoiled with the battery gear now. So anyway, thanks for watching. Another busy weekend coming up, so I'll talk to you all later on. All right, everyone's getting here. See you later. Bye.